Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Greetings to each and every one of us. We welcome you to Deep Dive. Today is Thursday, October 24th, 2024. Wow, what a coincidence. We are here on Deep Dive and we start this webinar on Deep Dive with a very wonderful song. In It to Win It is the song by one of our global ambassadors in the name of Lerato Shadari. And Dr. Derek, who has gifted us with this platform, is going to play that song. And please, I urge you to pay special attention to the nonverbal communication as the music is playing, because Dr. Derek specially put together images that reflect certain aspects of unpassive. So without further ado, we're going to call on Dr. Derek to play In It to Win It by Queen Lerato Shadari.
We are here, we are on passive. Your next stop is On Passive.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Thank you, Queen Lerato Shadari. Yes, we are in it to win it. And I know I did say something earlier, and what I see are the images from the earlier days of Unpassive, which are still very fresh in our memories. So with that, we're moving to the next item on our agenda for the day, which is the mindset. And the mindset, as well as fast, we all know is affected by two things: the physical, which we all are looking forward to, and the mental. And that mental, we're working on it by ourselves, even though our CEO is providing or has promised us a physical. The mental is crucial on our regular day-to-day lives, and especially in this unpassive journey, we need it to move forward. We work on our mental mindset on a daily basis. So let's be ready for what our mindset speaker for the day, Queen JW, has to share with us. She's been doing this for a while, and this is a continuation. And she's going to continue talking about how to never get sick again. She's done several sessions of this, and this session number 14 that Queen JW is talking about, never to get sick again. And Queen JW, as we know, we don't need to go into any details, but we know who she is. She's part and parcel of us in this platform, and she's always with us to put us at ease. And she is a mom as well as a grandmother. She's an entrepreneur, and she loves a lot of things, especially coming to share with us here whenever the opportunity produces itself. Without further ado, our smiling sister, JW, I see you there. I know your entrepreneurship is what is helping us where we are. Thank you so much. And you look gorgeous, by the way. Thank you and welcome.
Thank you. You look gorgeous yourself too, Queen Debbie, and thank you for being the host with the most. And thank you, Queen Dr. Benny, for all that you do also, and all of the rest of the leaders here, especially Dr. Derek. Thank you for this platform, this amazing platform that we have. It's so amazing. And we want to thank also to Dr. Ash, hear me, Mr. Ash Mafari, who also have made all this possible, that we are all here together, and all the brand ambassadors. Thank you, thank you, thank you for always showing up. Thank you for being part of this platform. Thank you for being part of Unpassive itself. And most of all, our Heavenly Father, like Queen Dr. Benny always called on. We just want to give him all the glory for making all this possible. And yes, tonight we're going to still be talking how to never get sick under the subtitle of how to reduce the amount of toxins we put into our bodies. Now, last week I shared with us various ways we can go about reducing the toxins that enters our bodies. So just a brief recap of what I shared last week. And number one was, do not eat any food produced or sold by publicly traded corporations or is a brand name product. And I know that sounds crazy in itself, but let me tell you, as times go by, we will really start to see the big picture of all this taking place before our eyes. And we don't want to be forced to make a choice, but we want to make the choice while we can make the choice without being forced to do so. And number two was, get all the metal out of your dental work. A lot of us have a lot of metal, and metal is found in soil, but I don't think it's supposed to be in our mouths, but we didn't know better. And the people who went to school, dental, they didn't educate us about it. And so we didn't know we just went along with the program. Number three, stop smoking. Don't drink tap water, drink filtered water or spring water once tested, which Queen Dr. Doris will be covering this evening with you. You know, use a shower filter when you take a shower. All this is helping to cut down or lessen the toxins that comes into our body that that enters our body on a daily basis. Eat 100% organic food. Do not eat in fast food restaurants. And I mean, yes, it might sometimes we could say, yeah, let's get a quick bite, to hold me over. No, grab a fruit or have a salad or drink a glass of water just to hold you by till you get home. Do not eat anything that comes out of the microwave. Not the microwave dish. The food is already toxic. And then we put it into the microwave. There's no nutritional value. There's nothing. We eat in dead food and we're paying for it, Eliminate aspartame and monosodium glutamate. Those are poisonous. It's in our seasons. It's everywhere. You just have to read your labels before purchasing the products to the best of your ability, besides all the other stuff that they put on there that's not on the label. It's actually a nightmare. And do not use or eat artificial sweeteners, including Splendor. Do not drink diet sodas or sodas. Even sodas is full of toxins that you're either aware of or you're not aware of. Do not eat hydrogenated oil. And that was the 12 that I shared with you last week. But tonight we're going to go in to the other, I think another 10 of them. Now we will continue with things we can do in preventing the amount of toxins that enters our body. Remember that we are in control and responsible for the choices that we make. We can't blame anyone else if we fall sick. It all goes back to, our Heavenly Father already told us in the good book what we can eat and what we cannot eat. So number 13, it said, don't eat homogenized and pasteurized dairy products. Why? Because all dairy products are not created equally, number one. And today's milk, cheese, and other dairy products does not carry the same nutritional value as it did 50 years ago. So that's more reason for us to take heed, be careful on what we choose in the supermarket. When you walk in, God said there's good and bad in everything. So when you walk in there, don't expect everything to be good, because he never said everything was good. But he said there's good and bad in everything. So everything, when you go in the supermarket, you have the choice of walking out of there with what is good or what is bad. It's your choice. Also, American dairy products are vastly different than the dairy products of other countries. So for instance, Europe, they have laws that they go by, and they eliminate a lot of the chemicals that America does not take out of because of the profit, and their pockets are so deep they just can't unload. There's no way. It has to keep on filling it up, and at any cost. And so that's why we have to take control of our health, be our best health advocate. Okay. So there are different factors associated with the dairy products, and these differences can affect our bodies in various ways. So when we eat homogenized and pasteurized dairy products, they are no longer in their natural state. Instead of offering our bodies what it needs, it is causing nutritional deficiencies. Because once you pasteurize orange juice, milk at high levels, of heat, heat is done by heat, it destroys all the nutritional value. It's no longer orange juice. You ever hear them saying, well, it has vitamin C? Don't we know that oranges have vitamin C? But when they're telling you that it has vitamin C, that means they had to add vitamin C to it because they know exactly what has taken place. But because we're not educated about these things, we just, okay, it has vitamin C, it got Paul. I'm sure you remember your grandparents when they used to take the orange and cut it in half and put it on the squeezer and squeeze it to give to the babies. Just a little, maybe an ounce. Everything was fresh. And so we cannot compare yesterday with today whatsoever, because today is a whole different thing going on. It's all about profit. It's all about greed. It's all about power. And the best place to control a people is through the food. And we're paying for it daily, every day of our lives. We're paying to be sick. But we can also pay to be not sick. It's the choice is ours, like Dr. Derek always says, okay? The main reason for this madness is greed, control, and power. The cow that is genetically modified is given antibiotics, growth hormone injections. The cow is being confined. He's not out in the pasture, relaxing and eating the grass like nature intended it to be. No, he's supervised. He's been fed what they want to feed him, the cow. And we eat that stuff. And that's why we get sick. Because if the cow was outside eating the grass, the results would be totally different. And so that's why we have to be so conscious of these things that do exist and that happen in every day of our lives. The cows are not happy. And you can tell when a cow is happy, just like you can tell when you're happy, even though they are a lower species. Anyway, and chemically laced growth feed, enhancing feed that has been homogenized and pasteurized. So when the studies are being conducted, researchers do not use raw organic milk. Of course not. They're going to use the homogenized and pasteurized product. And of course, they're not comparing it to the organic. So you're not going to get good results. You're only going to get bad results, which is good for them, but bad for us. The reality is that the variety of milk and dairy products in the supermarkets are very unhealthy. Simple as that. You can't put it no other way. So homogenization makes the dairy products to scar our arteries in our body. Number 14, do not consume high fructose corn syrup. And that's in everything. It's almost in your ketchup, your barbecue sauce, your sodas, you name it. It's in everything. I know when I go into the supermarket and I pick up and the labels and all I got to see is high fructose corn syrup, I just put it down. It don't even make no sense to read any further. Because once you got identify one chemical already, you don't have to read the whole paragraph. You don't even have to read the sentence. That's what's so great about knowing what's in your products, at least knowing the ones that they put on the label, because there's much more that is not placed on the label that we're eating that we're totally unaware of. So when you see that, you can say, whoa, that's fructose corn syrup. Let me find something else. When purchasing a product and sugar tends to be the number one ingredient, a light bulb should come on in our heads. The manufacturers use a variety of sweeteners such as sugar, dextrose, fructose, corn syrup solids, corn syrup, high fructose corn syrup, maltodextrin, and various others. So if we were to add up these sugars, we would come to realize that the sugar is the main ingredient comparing to the other ingredients listed. So there are two reasons why high fructose corn syrup is primary use. First, it is very inexpensive. It's cheap. You know, when they make products, they don't get the best quality of stuff, because if they use the best quality of stuff, we wouldn't probably be able to even afford the bad. Simple as that. But it's not about us affording it, it's about them making the profit. So let's not be deceived or misled and think, oh, well, it's because it will cost too much. No, it's the profit. The less you use, the more they can gain. Okay. So secondly, it makes us fatter than other sweeteners that can be used. So, you know, look, they don't care, because let me tell you, when a person gets fat, they're just going to eat more. And the food industry knows that. But they set up the food that way to make us addicted, for it to taste good, using the monosodium glutamate. You know, that Dr. Benny loves, because she said it makes the food taste good. But that's the trick. When it tastes good, you're going to want it more and more and more. And you're not going to worry about, girl, I ain't worried about the little bit of weight. I'm going to go walk it off. Oh, I'm going to get on a diet next week. Okay. And that going to take care of that. No, it doesn't work that way. I wish it was that simple. We wouldn't have people walking around obese, even children, even babies, because it starts from birth. Okay. So remember that the food industry use methods for financial gain. So do not be deceived. People that are obese will tend to eat more, and that is the aim of the food industry, to increase sales and profits. So instead of high fructose corn syrup, try using raw organic honey, organic raw evaporated sugarcane juice, or the herb stevia, which are all excellent choices of sweeteners. Okay. Number 15, use toothpaste with no fluoride. And we talk about tap water having fluoride and chlorine. Well, the fluoride in the toothpaste is no less poisonous than the one that's in old tap water. So don't think because, you know, we go to the dentist, they use fluoride and so forth, that is healthy. It's not healthy. It's poisonous. And so they will tell you, well, you're only getting it in some small amounts. When people are poisoning other people, they give them in small amounts too. And eventually they disappear. So all we're doing is giving us small doses of fluoride, and the plus going in your shower and getting some more of it, and then drinking your tap water. We are toxic. But if we want to eliminate some of those toxins and lessen them, we will start taking away the things that will cause us to be sick. Unless you love to be sick. I know I don't like to be sick. I don't know what sick feels like in a very long time. So I don't think you want to be sick. And that's more reason for us to be lessening the amounts of toxins we put in our body. I share that fluoride and chlorine is present in tap water, and it's poisonous. Well, then it's not safe to brush our teeth, especially the children or our grandchildren who tends to swallow the toothpaste while scrubbing their teeth. So it's up to we as parents and grandparents to know the right toothpaste to purchase when we go into the supermarkets. And most of the time, you're not going to find it in a supermarket. I can tell you that. Because when I ran out of toothpaste and I tried to go to Publix to find, I was just walking up and down the aisle trying to find something, or even Walmart. You will see all the poisonous toothpaste, but you would only see maybe one if you're lucky. And I think that's Hello. They might have Hello or Bees something. on the thing, so you got to look. Yes, there's a lot of toxins in the supermarket, but you got to look for what you need. You got to look for the things that doesn't have toxic in it. Okay. Number 16, do not use nonstick cookware. And I drop on that a little bit further before. Of course, we already learned that nonstick cookware heated at high temperature can kill a small bird. Why? Because of the fumes that come from the nonstick cookware. And we might think, oh, it's easier, it doesn't burn, the food doesn't stick. No, it's not about that. It's about keeping the toxins out. Because what happened? Those high fumes, we then inhale it. And the toxin gets inside and it starts to do what it does best, destroy, make us ill, even kill. So again, it's our choice. So when we inhale those, also when these toxic fumes are inhaled by humans, it can cause respiratory disease, weakening of the immune system, cancer, depression, asthma, headaches, and a multitude of other health issues. So do your best in avoiding nonstick cookware and lessen the toxins we put into our bodies. There's whatever they call those new things, air fryers. They got air fryers. You have your oven. You have toaster ovens. You have all these things that you can use to cook your food. And food doesn't take that long because you don't even have to prepare no big meals anymore. Your fruits, you could cut up anything. You see the restaurants even doing it. They put anything together and call it a meal and put a big price tag on it. Well, you could do the same thing in the convenience of your kitchen. Don't hurt, we got to stop hurting ourselves. Next one is eat organic or kosher meat and poultry. I know that one is a hard one too. And according to Mr. Kevin, this subject is incredibly complex. Remember when Oprah Winfrey herself had a show devoted to the meat industry and she was sued for her opinion regarding, I think it was the cow disease? But of course, she won the case thereafter. But it's just to tell you, if we don't take heed, and she talked about that some years ago, you think it has changed because she spoke about it? You think because she won the case, the battle was won? No. They gave us some money, shut your mouth and go sit down, and we will continue to do what we do best. It's about all of us making money, honey. And maybe she might have got that mindset too. You don't know, you know? So remember, where we at? Well, just to be informed, any meat or poultry not organic and kosher is toxic. Okay? You see the Jews, they eat kosher meat. And it all is why they say kosher and organic is because the methods used and the process that is used on these animals. Some of the animals are killed cruelly. So what happened? That adrenaline and that poison runs through the meat, and that's what caused the meat to be poisoned and toxic to us humans. But if they kill the animal in the right way and drain the blood out of the body, and the animal is not aware of that cruelty that's being done, then that meat is not contaminated. I remember watching a documentary and how they took all the pigs and they put them in a room, and then they just took this metal thing and just pressed them like they were pressing them to death. That meat is completely bad because they are screaming, they are yelling, and the toxin that comes from that in their system goes into the meat. It just toxic. The whole meat becomes a toxic. It's no good, but yet It's nicely packaged. It looks so nice and fresh. Girl, pick that one over there. It looks so good. Wow. Girl, we're going to enjoy that. But you don't even know what you're enjoying. We really don't know what we're enjoying. For instance, the medicine process used to maintain conventional animals and organic animals plays a major role of the products and we as consumers. Why? Because many conventional meat and poultry products are sprayed with a dangerous chemical to kill the bacteria. Some are irradiated, wiping out the natural life force energy and evidenced by curling photography, leaving the energy field around the meat highly toxic to humans. You know, after they killed the animals, they put them in a dark room. And what happened in that dark room, they start to develop a green fungus, a green bacteria on them. That's what they wipe off. They seem to say that tenderized the meat. But when you're doing it organically, you're going to put salt like our parents did back then. They will salt the meat and put it out to dry. And that will pull the blood out of the meat. Instead of hanging it in a dark place where moisture and mold or bacteria could to attack the meat and then give it to the consumers, dress it up nicely, put in the red dye, make it look beautiful, and you think you're really eating something good. Oh my God, that is devastating to me. It just like turns me off. Anyway, I know for a fact that kosher and organic food can be extremely expensive, but try switching to kosher and organic meat and poultry for 30 days and see the difference. And you will. Because anytime you stop eating something that is bad and you start eating something that is good, you will know the next time you pick up that non-organic piece of poultry or beef, because you will tell the difference. I could guarantee you that. Okay. For example, people in Mexico, and people go, here people go and they travel to Mexico and they say, girl, that water was bad. Even Santo Domingo, they say, oh my God, that water, you can't drink that water. But yet the people in Mexico and Santo Domingo can drink the water, right? Because our bodies also has a tolerance for poisonous waters or whatever, because they're drinking it. But if we Americans drink it, we will definitely get sick. Okay. So the bottom line is that chicken, duck, lamb, beef, and goat are all fine if it's organic and kosher. Also, to confirm, in Leviticus 11, God told Moses to speak unto the children of Israel, saying, these are the beasts which you shall eat among all the beasts that are on the earth. And whosoever parted the hoof and is cloven-footed and chew on the cub among the beasts, that shall you eat. So even our Heavenly Father in his word, has telling us exactly what we should eat and what we shouldn't eat. But you know what? It tastes good and it looks good. And sometimes, most of all, it smells good. And we are taken in and misled by it when we know exactly that we should not eat nothing that their hoofs are not parted and that eats their curb. Now, some with their feet parted do eat their curb, but that will be an abomination upon our own selves. So read Leviticus chapter 11, and that will give you a peace of mind and also encourage you in making good choices. Number 18, do not eat farm-raised fish. Did you ever hear of a fish being raised on a farm, number one? I never heard of that in my entire life. I know fish is in the ocean, But today they have barrels and barrels, and it's labeled in the supermarket farm raised. When you go to the fish market, I usually ask, what is wild in here? If I don't see it labeled. Even restaurants, you can ask that question. Don't be embarrassed, because if they don't have something that that you should be eating and you should not be eating, then you know what? Give me a salad, please. I'm good. I am good. Okay. So companies produce farm-raised fish to make a profit. It's all about a profit. Farm-raised fish are given unnatural feed and can be highly toxic compared to their natural wild counterparts. And I know those farm-raised containers is full of toxin, is full of fat and unhealthy fat. And also the ones that's raised, these fish that raise in the tanks will fight the fish that's in the wild and eat them up. That's how dangerous they are. So do not eat farm-raised fish. Okay? Number 19, do not eat pork. People will say, well, Jesus came and everything is good now. We can eat anything. But don't be fooled. You know why? I just read it from above. The pig it eats its curd, but the fruit is not parted. Remember that we are what we eat. Pork is a highly toxic disease food. Why? Because a pig eats anything in its path, including its own feces. And I remember my grandmother used to raise a pig, and before I go to school in the morning, I had to take whatever food was left, vegetables, whatever was there. Like you said, a pig eat anything, and I would have to put it in its pen, and sometimes all that feces will splatter on me, because they live in unhumane conditions. They're full of feces. Everything they eat, that's how they gain their weight. That's how they gain their meat on their bones. And it's all toxic. So all pork products are laced with disease and viruses. And it's toxic and it's unhealthy, and the human body goes into a toxic shock when consumed. Pork is not easily digested, number one, and it takes massive amounts of blood and energy and hours to break down this toxic material. Eliminating pork or reducing it can have a profound impact on our health and sense of well-being. Try it and see. Okay, number 20, do not eat shellfish. And I know this is not one of Dr. Benny's favorite parts, and I know at one time I loved shellfish, but I had to give it up. I had to give it up too. And now if I try to say, well, let me taste a little bit, it doesn't taste the same anymore. And let me tell you, most people in general are allergic, even me myself, okay, to shellfish more than any other food on the planet. And more people either get sick or die from eating shellfish than any other food. It is noted again in Leviticus 11:9, you may eat any kind of fish that has fins and scales, but anything living in the water that does not have fins and scale must not be eaten. People eat catfish. They got fins, but he ain't got nan scale. So we got to be so careful. But such creatures must be considered unclean. You must not eat them or even touch their dead bodies. That's what our Heavenly Father said in His Word. It becomes an abomination against ourselves. We become unclean ourselves. And unclean, filled with disease. And then we want to know, where did it come from? And that's why you're learning now. We're all learning, myself included, that, hey, this stuff ain't good. We have heard it over the years. People drop a little thing here and there, but we really ain't paid it no attention, or we kind of know and play like we don't know or we don't care. But we got to care, because we're the ones going to be sick. So according to the word, the shellfish creep on all fours. And God is talking about those those creatures that crawl on all four. They are lobsters, or mussels, all those things, crab. They crawl on all four and is considered an abomination unto oneself. So let's try to be obedient to his word if we wish to live a disease-free life without medical complications. Number 21, if you can't eat it, don't put it on your skin. Remember from before, a couple of webinars back, anything you put on your skin goes in. It's the biggest organ. Remember that our skin is the largest organ in the body. Whatever we put on our skin goes into the body. You know, many of the things we put on our skin, like antiperspirant, moisturizing lotion, it smells so good, it makes my skin feel so good, girl. Cosmetics do not look so beautiful. Insect repellent, sunscreens, and perfumes are all poisonous. If taken eternally, it will bring us harm or even death. Because you're not going to take a bottle of perfume and put it to your mouth and drink it. But we will gladly spray it on our body. But remember, anything you put on your skin goes inside your body. So we're letting the toxins in every way, shape, and form. Okay? There are other means that we can do, and we just got to keep it simple and natural. But we want to always cover up, doctor up. It's like your salad. You're not satisfied that the lettuce and tomatoes are looking so beautiful, and all you have to do is drizzle it with some olive oil or some vinaigrette. No, we want the dressing. Girl, give me some of that Caesar dressing. You know, oh, I need ranch. Oh, I need something. I need to add a little this and I need to add a little that. But if you just eat the plain, natural lettuce and tomato, you will enjoy the natural state of the vegetable. You will taste the tomato. You will taste the lettuce. It don't need no doctoring because God made it with its own taste already. But we go a step further and we damage ourselves. And then we want to know, how did I get here? What happened? We happened. So this might be unrealistic to many of us, but if we cannot do it 100%, do the best we can. And 22, get an air purifier. The reason an air purifier is of importance because the air in our homes is not pure and is not clean. And I can tell you that because sometimes we don't even open the windows to let the air pass through. The same air everybody is breathing is the same air we breathe in and out. All the dust particles that we can't see with our naked eye is flying around. All kind of molds is in your house and you're totally unaware. And you want to know, I think it's allergies. You know, I'm so stuffed up in the morning when I get up because you shouldn't be stuffy when you wake up in the morning. For what reason? What were you doing throughout the night? You was breathing in unhealthy air. So we live, work, and sleep in an environment where the air is unhealthy. Simple as that. And we can't put it no other way. Mr. Kevin absolutely recommends an air purifier for our home, our workplace, and especially our bedroom. Why? We spend most of the time there. And our workplace, because we spend the next half of our life at our workplace. So why? Because we are breathing all night long. Why not breathe the cleanest and purest air we can? You know, here in my daughter's home, she had purifiers because of the dust. So if she goes somewhere where it's filled with dust, immediately she's attacked by all the dust particles. And her nose, the eyes start watering, the nose get congested, she starts scratching her throat because of the dust. So if your place, if you have an air purifier in your home, your air is clean. And if you go into somebody else's home or your workplace where there is no air purifier, especially in your little area, then you will suffer from all sort of allergies. and you will think it's you. It's not you. Okay. So the workplace is the next most important place. So if you're not sure what air purifier to purchase, you can go to naturalcures.com, and you can privately email Mr. Kevin, and he can give you his specific recommendation. Okay. And number 23, that's the last one. Use only non-toxic 100% organic cleansing supplies. Yeah. Don't go buy Fabuloso for sure. Oh my God. That thing is so strong. It's terrible. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. Don't buy anything with these high fragrances. You know what I clean my floors with? Vinegar. Okay. What I scrub my bathroom with? Baking soda. I keep it simple because we don't need all that. All that is toxic. Okay. It has been proven that cleaning products used in homes is the leading cause of cancer in children. But sometimes I look at kids and I'm like, why these children got cancer? I don't really understand it. Where did that come from? But this is where some of it come from, these toxic, even your detergent you wash your clothes with. People think, oh, Tide is a home name. It's like, wow. Full of toxic. Gain, full of toxic. Arm & Hammer, full of toxic. So you have to know, and all those air softeners full of what you call it. I bought one. It was Ensure. I think its name. I thought it said plant-based, but let me tell you, the fragrance alone was killing me. So I couldn't use it anymore. Because when you're not air fresheners, that's another one. You walk into somebody's house, they're killing you with the air freshener. You have to ask them to remove it, or you have to remove yourself. All that is toxic. So the cleaner products that we use, in fact, suppresses the immune system and cause disease. This toxin enters the body by inhaling the fumes or through contact with the skin. Remember, anything you put on top of it, it goes in. So please avoid using toxic cleaning supplies. And if you want to lessen the toxins we put into our body, to lessen the toxins that we put into our body. So just let me briefly, I don't think I should need to recap so much, but I will do so quickly. And we just left like the non-toxic cleaning products. We don't need those. Get an air purifier. It's needed. The air in our homes, especially those of us who don't open our windows, that is dangerous. Don't eat nothing that you can't, put on your skin. Don't eat shellfish. Do not eat pork. Do not eat farm-raised fish. Eat only organic kosher meat or poultry. You could go to the halal store. They are very careful how they kill the meat, butcher the animal, and also by draining the blood and also praying over their foods. Okay. Do not use nonstick cookware. Don't use toothpaste with fluoride. Do not consume high fructose corn syrup. Stop drinking those sodas. Every last one of them got it. Don't eat homogenized or pasteurized dairy products. Do not eat hydrogenated oils. That goes into the first half. But all these are just part of the list of helping us to not put these toxins into our bodies. We want a better tomorrow. And we want a healthy lifestyle, not just for today, but forever, So I just want to thank y'all for your listening ear. Next week I will come back with the rest and just finish that topic up and go move on to the next topic. But thank you again. I appreciate this platform. I appreciate you as brand ambassadors. I pray that this information will fall on your hearts and your mind and help us to make good choices when we go to the supermarket And even the beauty supplies places, anywhere we go to purchase, that we will have ourselves at mind and at heart. Thank you so much, Jacqueline Warner, and I'm out. Maybe I'm at or somewhere.
Wow. Queen JW.
Yes, my dear.
Wow. Sorry. My notes. Let me start by thanking you for putting this together. I got to a point where I said, okay, there's so many no's, so I'm just going to pause here and wait. Maybe you can consider doing it in a two-part segment, so we can absorb one part and then you go to the next, because there's so many no's and I'm guilty of all of them, so I don't even know where do I start. But I have to start by thanking you and to say you nailed it, girl, because all what you're saying as the continuation from last week, Dr. Benny, I know, is guilty of some, and most of us who do not talk, we're introverts. We keep everything inside. We don't share, not because we don't want to, but because it's our nature, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Nope.
Yes, so I see all of this. Oh my oh goodness, the high from. Woo! I have my candy cane notebook, and
Oh, I don't want you to be overwhelmed,
yeah, I am.
Queen
This
Debbie.
is how I
I
eat
just
my.
want
This
you
is
to
how I
be
get my
aware.
sugar. I get
Yeah,
my
just be
sugar from
aware.
keeping things like this.
Look at you. It's so cute.
So now, I'm going to pass the floor over for people to comment or ask questions. But I have one quick question for you. I did not realize that there was a difference between the farm raised and whatever. So the different types of fishes that are available in the market, I'm sorry, I cannot stop eating protein. I cannot stay away from chicken and fish. Those are the two I can eat. So fish, I need to know a little bit more. Can you help give us a good idea on what type of fish is best? Because in the African continent, Africa and Asia, those continents, because I've lived a lot in most of the areas there, they have what they call the rod or bar or red snapper and all of that. So do you encourage that is a type of fish to eat, or you will encourage salmon? And salmon are
Okay.
different types as well, and it has a lot of fatty acids. You cook salmon without any oil, you have about a pound of oil coming out of it. So which type of fish would you recommend to somebody who can never give up fish?
Well, I wouldn't want you to give up fish at all. But like a good Heavenly Father said, anything with scales and have fins, that's come from the ocean. So snapper and porgies, there's so many fish that comes from the ocean. But wherever you shop, should at least have consideration for you to have the tags on there saying caught in the wild and farm raised. And that's how you will know the difference in the store. Now, living in a Caribbean country, I go to the fish market and I go to the where the fish come in to the pier, and I get my fish fresh. So I don't, and that's when I'm here in America, I don't even know what fish to tell you to buy. But what I do, I go to the frozen area, and I got a grouper the other day, and it say caught in the wild. I read the labels. The ones that's farm raised, you're going to see a code, a number on the back. If it doesn't specifically say farm raised, if you don't see caught in the wild, it's farm raised.
Okay,
And
so
that's how you can tell.
if I hear you, the goal is to look for anything that is not farm raised. Is that correct?
Yes, look for any
Awesome.
fish. Snapper is not farm raised. Is actually caught in the wild. Salmon, they have some that is farm raised and some that are not. But the sockeye salmon supposed to be the best salmon, and the salmon supposed to have the white marks in it. Because remember they inject them with different colors to satisfy the customers who like them to look dark orange or dark orange reddish, those cuts. So you have to be so careful.
Thank you very much, Queen JW. That was just outstanding. I appreciate it. And
You're welcome.
yes, I see Queen Sharon has been raising her
little hand.
Queen Martin, we're coming to you because Queen Sharon had her hand up because she does not have the fingers to raise the virtual hand. She does not have it on her phone. So after Queen Sharon, it will be Queen Martin and then Dr. Benny. Over to you, Queen Sharon, please.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. Greetings from Canada. Pretty cold right now here in Toronto, Ontario, let me tell you. It is cold. Anyways, first of all, I'm very sorry. I did what Dr. Derek said last week, and I got rid of all my cookies and cash and everything, and I still don't have a hand to raise. What's up with that? So I have to leave a message. Please, I don't have a hand to raise in the chat. And also, Sister Debbie, just so you know, YouTube's not on for whatever reason. I don't know if it's because Dr. Derek runs it or not, but YouTube's not on. And
I was on it. Thank you for reminding me. I was on it. I tried, and it's not working because one of the system that he uses for that, because he's on the road, is not working. So my apologies. I just got off it as well. So
okay, no problem. Okay, so Sister Jacqueline, great presentation as always. Last week I was listening in the background, and I listen to you all the time, and sometimes I get angry when I'm listening to you, and I want to say something, but it's like don't get me started. That's all I always say. Like, oh, don't get me started. We're talking about water. Don't get me started. Oh, we're talking about this. Don't get me started. And I'm like, you know what? I think I'm just not going to say nothing today. But today I decided to come on and just talk about a few things that you mentioned. First of all, let's get into the salmon. Okay, I don't eat salmon myself, but what I know about salmon is that, yes, you should always eat wild salmon. The farmers, what they do is they have them all packed in these little it's like cages, but it's nets. Okay, but it's like cages for fish, and they're eating each other, and they got diseases and everything. It's disgusting. And what I'm told about salmon, because my niece loves salmon, so I did a little research for her on salmon, is that when it's really fatty looking means that it's farm raised. And so you want to look for the word wild, right? And I would say that would probably be for all fishes. Like you want to buy, like Sister Jacqueline said, you want to buy wild fish, period. You want to stay away from it. And if you can go to a fish market and buy it fresh, fresh is always better, no matter, what type of meat you're buying. You always wanted to buy fresh if you can. And to get into meat, meat is getting so bad and so disgusting. Like you have to worry about, for one, a lot of meats have antibiotics in it. They don't tell you that, but they shoot them up with all kinds of antibiotics, the vaccine, and you name it, they shoot it up. So look for meats. It's more expensive, but you can buy meats that say no antibiotics. Okay? But also no antibiotics does not mean that they're not feeding their animals GMO. So it's like you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. Another thing about meat is, how you see a lot of times you'll see meat that's already marinated, and all you got to do is take it home and cook it. Stay away from marinated meat. That marinated meat, the reason why it's marinated, it's because a day old, 2 days old, 3 days old, and they're covering it up so that you guys can't smell the smell. And you gotta, yes, Dr. Benny. It's like, ugh. So stay away from anything like that. And that's everything these days. That's your fruits, your vegetables, even the cakes, the pastries. What they do, if it's going bad and it's a day old, they change the date on it, for one. And for two, say it's got mold or something, they scrape it off and they add on the fruits and that's not going bad. So you want to stay away from all that crap. Anyway, sugar is no good for you anyway. So you should really, really try to stay away from anything sugar. Sugar is the #1 cause of cancer, is what I'm told. So you really, really want to stay away from sugar. But be careful, because the grocery stores and that are trying to fool us, especially since COVID. It's gotten worse since COVID. That red dye thing, that red dye, it's garbage. It's in our hamburger, it's in everything. And you can tell. And they'll try to tell you it's blood. You can tell that it's not blood. You can see the difference in the color. You can tell that it's like watery down, kind of reddish looking, but watery down. That's red dye. And red dye's in everything, even in candy canes. Not your paper candy cane. Well, probably your paper candy cane too. But yeah, even candy cane, especially cereals and candies and stuff like that. And parents, they're forever giving their kids candy and cereal and all that. Stay away from all that garbage. It's nothing but garbage. Like, there's just so much things out there. And it's really, really hard, because the GMO is so bad. Our bodies cannot break it. I did mention this before on another web, that our bodies cannot break down that GMO. And after a while, our bodies are trying to fight it, but they don't know how to get rid of it because they don't know what it is. And it's so scary, because pretty much everything we eat now has GMO. Okay? If they're feeding it to the animals, then it's coming out, and then they're putting it on the shelf for us to buy. And all I have to say at the end of this is, if God didn't make it, don't take it. Back to you, Sister Debbie.
Yes, sure. Awesome. Thank you, Queen Sharon. Well said.
Thank you for allowing me to speak.
You're most welcome, Queen Sharon. Your input is awesome. Appreciate you being with us always. All right, over to you, Queen Mufflin. And after that, Dr. B. Queen Mufflin, good evening and welcome.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Sister Sharon, I don't know where you are living. You're in Canada and I am in Miami, but you copied everything that I was about to say. You copied it word for word.
Wow.
But as usual, Sister Jacqueline, girl, you know your stuff. And you know how to present it. So keep on doing what you do.
Amen. Thank you.
But Sister Debbie,
Yes.
that salmon that you so love, honey, it better be wild caught. And it better be saying some Alaskan salmon too. And
Okay.
you better be willing to come up out of your pocket to spend a couple of extra dollars. And yes, anything like the red snapper and the yellowtail snapper and those things that's caught out there in the ocean that we are so accustomed to, that's what you're going to go for. But those farm-raised stuff, no. I went on a course a few years back, and they showed us how they inject.
Oh my God.
In the back of where that bone goes up the back, they inject it every day in all the farm. I saw it with my own 2 eyes. Okay? So I'm very leery as to what fish I eat. I'm just a fish lover. Meat, chicken, I don't know anymore, because I grew up on the chicken in the yard and in the pen. I grew up on those things with those eggs. So the chicken here, I don't know, they're so big and plump and have no taste and have no smell. And I'm like, oh, let me get some fish. So we had to be very careful as to what we put into our bodies, because after we put it in, sometimes doctors can't even take it out. Sometimes doctors can't even find it, And I have a problem with sugar. I don't know if sugar is really the enemy. And I'll tell you why I say that. I think because today it's a supply and demand, and everything has to be on shelves. Every living thing that's out there have the added sugar.
Yep.
So the brown sugar that we grew up on, or the molasses, and they say, you can't have it. I don't think that's the sugar that's our problem. But if we take it, we are adding to what we can't see. And that's where I think the problem lies. But if I eat a piece of bread, it has sugar. If I drink, I don't know what to drink. I'm not a soda person, but no matter what you drink, there's some sugar. You have a little, we used to make our own jams and stews. But this has added sugar and it has something else and it has something else that you can't call the name. So I don't think that the sugar is the enemy, the brown sugar and the molasses. And the other thing is the enemy is we are not drinking enough water and we are not walking because we want to park the car next to the door to go to Publix or in Dixie. We are not walking. And that's
so true.
our problem. And the older we get, it just stick to us. We can't get it off. It goes in places where we don't want it. So we just have to try.
Everything in moderation, I say.
Yes. Yes, we just have to try. You can't have a glass of wine because it's full of sugar. What do we do?
You can make your own wine. You can make your own wine and you can make your own beer. And you won't believe how easy it is. It's just letting it sit right on your counter and fermenting it and skimming it off. You can do it yourself.
Because back in the day when I was growing up, Christmas is coming. My mom would have the sorrel fermenting for a couple of weeks. You rock it off and come close to Christmas. Now, young people, they boil it and they add the sugar. Back then, they used to have the bush rum. I used to see my dad have the bush rum. I never seen him drunk. I never seen him drunk. So, I don't know. But I think it's all that they're putting into all of these things that's affecting us. Look at the young kids today. Look at the little girls. They're having tits. I didn't have tits until I was up in my teens. I didn't have no shape. I didn't have no bottom. I didn't have no hips. All these
You're
things.
right. Is actually the antibiotics that and a lot of the kids love chicken. You know, you can hear parents say, "Well, that's all she eat is chicken."
But guess what? Because that's all they want to give them. When I was growing up, whatever my mom put on that table, even my dad, she said, "I'm not cooking 2 pots. It's a husband and a wife and children. We're going to eat the same thing. I'm not doing one for you and one for you. And you better eat it." And everything back then was the organic stuff. Organic. You go outside and you pick this. You go outside, you pick that. You know. But now, everything, I don't know. Anyway, thank you guys for listening. Dr. Benny, over to you. You better bring it good, girl.
Like
Can
always.
I just say something about the wine? Say white wine has more sugar in it than red wine. And if you're going to buy red wine, buy the dry. It has less sugar in it.
Exactly.
And that's what if I want a glass of wine, that's what I have. It's a dry red.
Right.
Thank you for the add-on, Queen Sharon. Thank you, Queen Madeline. We appreciate you. Queen JW, thank you as well. Dr. Benny, and we want to give a chance to our guest speaker today to also talk. So we're going to pass it to our guest speaker for today after Dr. Benny. Over to you, Dr. Benny, please.
Let me take my hand down.
Great. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. Good evening. I always say greetings, right? Greetings to my brothers and sisters, my queens and kings around the globe. I don't know what to say because everything that they don't want me to eat. That's what I eat. But before I proceed, I want to take this special moment to thank our Heavenly Father for bringing all of us this evening, this morning, this afternoon. It all depends upon your location. There is no one like our Heavenly Father. He created all of us in His image. I want to thank Him for sending an astonishing individual to you and I, Mr. Ash Mufare. As you all know that if it wasn't for him, we would not be here, right? So if you guys have time, create time just to thank God. We want to pray that God should guide and protect him, his entire family, and our new tech teams.
Yeah.
We just want our tech teams to do something good to make us smile, right? Just like me as I'm smiling. But Queen JW, well, I know you are driving me, but I want to really appreciate you. I thank you so much for this amazing mindset. But there are certain things that you guys don't want me to eat. Sometimes I don't want to come here because I don't. You will always say something that I should not eat, but it is the thing that I like to eat. But I do understand that. Anyway, as soon as we start making the money, I will obey you then. But when it comes to that salmon, I know I go down to the wharf, right? I go to the wharf. I buy the fresh one, but unfortunately, it's not it's the farm on that I buy because that's what they have. Downtown DC to the wharf. That's where I go. And the only thing that I like to buy is the head fish
Oh, the head.
because I like the eyes. I mean, people may not like it, but that's what I eat. And I know,
Awesome.
but I just want to thank you all because I know that our Queen Doris is going to present. Thank you
Yep.
so much. I love you, Queen Jacqueline Warner. And
Thank
I will
you.
see you next week.
Amen. Thank you.
Queen Debbie, proceed, please. You're muted.
I appreciate it. I was just looking for a couple of things. I didn't know I muted myself. Dr. Bennett, thank you so much. Thank you, Queen JW. We have to revisit a lot of things during our next webinar. But for now, we have to move on because we're way behind our schedule for the day. And this is all something that came up today with our Queen sister who came in from Ghana and is currently living in Atlanta. She raised a question during last week's presentation and suggested, okay, why don't you, it seems like you have so much to share. I think we should give her the opportunity. So Dr. Doris is here. And this is her first time with us. And the background we have for her is that she's Dr. Fortune Doris. We've seen her several times. Actually, Dr. Fortune Doris Arthur. She is a naturopathic doctor, and we've seen her several times here and in other forums, Deep Dive and Julie Pierre Empowering Humanity in Malaysia, Singapore, and other webinars that she attends. And now that she's here in Atlanta, it's awesome. But she's from Winneba, Ghana. As I mentioned earlier, currently living in Atlanta. I remember when she was asking us to give her contacts for people in that area. That was great. She is also a member of Ghana Federation of Traditional Medicine Practitioners. She's a member of the Naturopathy Association of Ghana and a member of the Organic Association in Ghana and the African continent. She's also an organic farmer, and she is skills acquisition and young women's skills trainer. And she donates to orphanages, and the name of one of some of those orphanages are the Village of Hope and Sunrise Home. She also has an NGO called Women on the Move with a cousin that is resident in Ghana. She has a registered NGO, which is Queen's Hope Foundation, and helping the hopeless in her community. but now she has extended it to aged home. And just recently, she visited prisoners. We've heard her share that with us. That way, most of them neglected, and she has a long story to share with us. Most of those prisoners were women, and one of her daughters, who is also a makeup artist and trainer, gave them some nice touch up to uplift her spirits. As we know, our sister is a Christian, like most of us, with the Christ of Church, and she's alum of Junior Chamber International, a 115-year-old organization that is in charge of volunteerism organization. And it's in Atlanta, it's about 80 years old there. So our sister is a mother of 4, and she has 8 grandchildren. But Queen JW beat you to the grandchildren, my darling sis. Darling sister Doris. Queen JW beat you to that grandchildren number. And she's also known internationally as just Mama. So let's welcome Mama Doris. You have so many titles, so you can go by any of them. This is the first time you're presenting with us, so we feel that this little background will help our viewers who've been seeing you to know well who you are. So next time we don't have to go through this, they already know who you are. So sis, welcome once more. And you have a wonderful topic to share with us. And your topic is about water is life. Water is life changing, the way we treat and drink water. That's an amazing topic. It's just a continuation of something you started. So please just fire our forum tonight. Over to you, sis. The microphone is yours.
Thank you, Queen Debbie. Greetings from USA, Atlanta, Georgia. I'm a Ghanaian. I came here just 2 months ago. I greet you all, my queens and kings, and all of you on the platform. First of all, I thank our Almighty God for extending our life up to this time, for sustaining us, for giving us good health, and we are alive. So we are so grateful. Another thanks goes to our friend, our CEO, Mr. Ashman Farrell, all his family and all the technical people, all you queens and kings who are the brains before deep dive. Yeah, I've been on so many platforms, but I love this platform because I learn a lot. Thank you so much. My greetings and salutation goes to my Ghanaian leader, Gilbert Bauer, and Mr. Adams, who introduced me to OnPassive. Yesterday was my 4th year in OnPassive. Hooray! Thank you, Mr. Ash. I'm so grateful and excited. Yeah, that is me, Fortune Doris, naturopathic doctor. My question for you all, and you answer it by yourselves, for yourself. How many liters of water do you drink in a day? So we continue with our topic, water. God in his own infinite wisdom made the air, water, the plants, and everything thereof before even creating a human being to take charge. Water's chemical formula is H2O. H stands for hydrogen, 2 atoms of hydrogen, and 1 atom of oxygen combined to make H2O. That is water. Water is very essential, very, very important for everyone. We all know without water, we can't do so many things. Water is life. Without water, our blood cannot even circulate well. We are made of about 65 to 70% of water, every human being. And the skin is the largest organ in our body. Without water, your skin will not grow well, will not brighten. You have wrinkles. Without water, your eyes will be dried up. Though you have so many types of eye diseases, but water plays majority role. Water for our drinking should be alkaline based. Yes. So we have different types of water. Some are alkaline. We have the spring water. We have the tap water. We have the well water. We have the mineral water. We have different type of rainwater. And our place, we have well water, underneath water. So all this water, some are acidosis, some contain acids, and some are alkaline bases. So we need to know the type of water we are taking into our system, because the acidosis ones, which are our inner ocean, attracts diseases, bacteria, viruses, fungi, and so many diseases, sicknesses. Typhoid fever can be derived from water in our food. Infectious and serious ailments can be derived from our drinking water. So water is very essential. We need to get a good water to drink and to even bath, to use for our daily activities. Now, WHO said 2 liters of water a day is good. That is about 67.6 ounces of water. The National Academics of Science, Engineering, and Medical says 2.7 liters, which is about 91 ounces. And then American Heart Association said about 8 to 10 cups, which is almost 2 liters too, 64.30 ounces. Now, drinking water can bring us out, bring diseases into our system, or lower diseases. Some people have been ill. They've gone for checkups, screening. What is the other one called? So many tests. Some people, they have not seen anything in their system or in their blood, except they are dehydrated. So they are not drinking enough water. You see? And those who are drinking enough water and alkaline-based water, their inner ocean promotes strong immune system, self-healing of the body, and inner shield to fight diseases. So we see, good drinking water is the opposite of the non-alkaline water. We have so many tests that we conducted on water. We call it the pH tester. Last time, Sister Debbie said she Googled and you have it on Amazon, right? I would like everyone to get that tester and test the water that you use daily and the water in your community that they sell. Get them tested and know the best to use. I will share the chart later to know the alkaline base. The neutral is about 7.0, 8.0, 9.0. But the alkaline is 10.0, 11.0, 12.0, 13.0, 14.0, and up. But the acidic ones are from 0.0, 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, 4.0, 5.0, and up to 6.0. When the color changes and the tester shows, you see that it is either acidic, neutral, or alkaline base. So you know which one to drink, because water is life. Water can cause diseases. Water can build our immune system. So it's very important we check our drinking water. Someone will say, I've been drinking enough water. Is that good or bad? There's a saying that too much of everything is bad. And drinking over a liter of water at a go is poisonous. It's water poisoning. It's called hyponatremia. Hyponatremia is the excessive drinking of water and it becomes acid, poison in your blood. So too much of everything, too much of drinking the water too is bad. Water, we don't wait for our body to feel we are so thirsty before we drink water. We can drink water within 1 and 2 hours time, about 200 mils, 150 mils at a time. And actually, our stomach should be shared in your own thinking. Share your stomach into 3 parts before starting to eat. 1 part, 1/3 is for water. 1/3 should be for air, and 1/3 should be for the food. So you have good digestion. If not, you eat after eating a heavy meal before drinking water, you will feel uneasy. Even breathing will become difficult for you. That means the food have occupied the space of the air. So the water and just the food, you feel tired, you feel uneasy to breathe. And late eating is bad with more water. Drink more water at least between 1 to 2 hours before you get to bed. And you don't need to be told to drink water or thirsty, very thirsty before you drink water, because water is life. Water has so many properties. So next time we'll go into the properties that water have, the minerals that water have, and we'll see which ones are better to build our bones, to nourish our skin, to improve our sight, and give us good circulation to build our immune system. Is very important. Some people have joint aches because they don't drink enough water, though there are so many factors. Yeah, they don't drink enough water. Water is so good, the best water that who we drink is so good for our system. Some people have constipation because they don't drink enough water for the food to digest well. Most people have ulcer because the water is so acidic, it causes ulcer. Yes, there are so many diseases that bad water, non-alkaline water can cause in our system. Asthma, leukemia, even diabetes. Some people have blood pressure, high blood pressure. And I always tell people it's not a disease so much, it's a lifestyle. Lifestyle diseases are hypertension. So if you change your diet, your eating habit, late eating, drinking water appropriately, you'll be balanced. Doing your exercises, you see that you are good, you feel good. Kidney disease is one of water related. Yes, even migraine. So before you give medicine to someone who says, my head, I have a headache, migraine, ask the person how often he drinks water. The person should drink about 200 ml of water and relax. You see that the headache will come down. The severe headache will come down. Arthritis, rheumatism, even obesity. You'll be eating, just a little water. You'll be obese. Some anemia are caused by water. Though it's a blood-related issue, because the blood don't have enough oxygen in water, you'll be short of blood, anemia. Like our sister JW said, toothache, fluoride water, tap-borne water can cause toothache, cancer. Some have goiter because the water is acidic. So we need to get good water to drink, to bath, to use for cooking, and so on and so forth. We know how to use water for. We all know, even our plants, they need water. Good water gives good health. So this is what I have for you today. If there's any question, we can ask. And next time we continue. I yield.
Wow, my darling sister, once more, welcome to Atlanta and welcome to your first presentation with Deep Dive. And thank you for accepting the challenge to be part of this. Let me bring out my candy cane. My virtual candy cane, please don't. Oh, well, you did an awesome job. So I just have a quick question and then I'll open the floor. Dr. Benny is always here with all the questions and discussions. So sis, in terms of your first question was, how many liters of water do we drink a day? I'm sorry, my bladder was full. I had to disappear before coming back. So how many liters do you recommend for, I mean, does it matter the age group or size, or how do you recommend the quantity of intake of water every day? Because this I can go at least 4 to 6 of them every day or more.
Yeah, it depends on the age, the sex, and if there's any history of any disease, heart disease, kidney, it depends on it. But the normal person, at least 2 liters a day is okay. So we'll go deep into that.
So when you say 2 liters, you mean this one, the tiny bottle times 4? Okay.
Yes, times 4. Yeah. The tiny bottle is 500 mils, Oh, yours is how many meals here?
Yeah, it is 500. You're absolutely
Good.
right.
So three will be 1 liter.
No, in the US, the normal size is 16 ounce, which is half a liter.
It's
I
half
mean,
a
16
liter.
ounce is a quarter of a liter because 32 ounce is a liter, right? Half a liter.
Okay.
I cannot do my maths. Yeah, 16 ounce is half a liter
Okay.
because 1 liter is 32 ounce.
Okay. I
Thank
see.
you, Sapi. So 2 liters of water a day.
Yeah, so if you buy the regular bottle, the regular one is 16 ounce, so about 4 of that, that's what it's in.
Okay, but it varies according to gender and age.
Age.
Yeah, body mass index. Yeah.
Body, yeah.
Thank you very much, sis. Very much. I appreciate it. Dr. Benny.
I think one of the things she said was what the Dr. Doris talk about your kidney function means your EGFR, your kidney output.
So where do we get the information about the kidney output?
If you're doing your physical every year, you're supposed to look for your EGFR. It's a kidney output, your growth filtration rate. Every time you're doing your physical, it is part of your physical.
Okay. Very educational, very, very educational. This is not something I can just pick a handbook somewhere and read from it. And you just handed it out. You just handed that to us on a golden platter. Thank you very much, sis. Thank you. Over to you, Dr. Benny.
Yes, thank you. I am going to hand it over to Queen Jacqueline Warner. But before, I'm going to be coming to you, Queen Sharon. I want to really thank our Queen Dr. Doris. Yes, this is really your first time, but we really appreciate you. I mean, talking about water. Let me be quiet at the moment. Queen JW, please proceed.
Okay. Thank you so much, Dr. Doris, Queen Dr. Doris, for that amazing presentation. Yes, water is essential, and you couldn't have brought it to us a better way than how you presented it to us this evening. Because, we take it for granted and we think because we're drinking maybe juice or soda that will take the place of water, but it never can. And you're so correct. We need to get the tester. I ordered my tester last night because I was going through so many of them to try to pick the best one at least. But try to just keep it simple. And getting the tester will really help us in picking out the right water to drink. And then we can do like Queen Dr. Doris said, drink those 2 liters of water a day, because it will help our skin. It will help flush out toxins most of all, and it will keep our system alkaline. So thank you so much, and bring more for us.
Yeah, it will be in series, so I couldn't cover everything today. It will be in series, so we'll get it. Yeah, thank you so much.
That's why you'll be coming back next week.
Yes, please.
She will not only come next week, but every week.
Oh boy. You hear that, Dr. Doris?
Queen,
we are in to win it.
Awesome. Queen Sharon, please let me just bring Queen Dr. Pat, and then you'll come next, if it's okay.
Sorry, Queen Sharon. Yeah. First, Dr. Doris.
Yes, ma'am.
Send your private chat.
Excuse me. Okay.
Yeah, grab my number and reach out to me, please. Then, sorry, I kind of missed some of the conversation. If you already said this, because I have a lot going on. You know, I lost my uncle this week, so there's a lot of back and forth phone calls that comes through. And so yeah, so sometimes you get anyway. Yes, thanks. You know, yes, if you see, you talk about water. Water is the heart of Mama McCormick here. All right, I have a little machine that I pass my water through to kind of make it the right, what would I call it? pH for the body. So we have to be careful with all this, because I know they sell alkaline waters in store, right? So there, you cannot take a high pH water for a very long time as well. Okay, our body is kind of in the neutral more way, right? So we don't want it acidic, that's true, because that's where our cancer cells will start getting very happy. We're trying to bring as alkaline body as possible. I don't know whether I should say this. How can I say it without it sounding gross? I actually had a urine tester to test the alkaline in my body, which I'm not diligent on doing. Right? You pee and you test it to see what the state of your body is. I've not been doing it diligently, but anyway, with a lot going on, detoxifying your body with a simple thing like water is very, 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 very necessary. So thanks for this topic. Yes, you said it, Queen JW, juices, tea. People say I'm drinking a lot of tea. But I think Dr. Doris already told you that when you boil water, you you take away out the oxygenation out of it, right? Yeah, you don't want to drink cold water, freezing water. You want to drink at least room temperature water. Okay, you don't want the water from the fridge. You see a lot of people put their water in the freezer. It's not good for your body. You want it room temperature.
Yeah.
You want it at least room temperature. Okay. And so when you boil water too, it really doesn't hydrate you well, because it takes away the oxygenation. If you just imagine chemistry, right? When you boil water, the vapor that comes out, the condensation, we don't want to go into science, but just are simple things that, because some people say, but I drink a lot of tea. Tea is good for you, green tea, all those things, but it doesn't really help to hydrate you like your water would do. Nothing trumps water.
Yeah.
Nothing. So thank you. Water is life. Water is everything. I remember when my grandmother was staying with me, she was having waist pain, and her calf was always very tight. And I told her that you're not drinking enough. She said, no. I said, you're not. So I gave her, was it a 2-liter bottle, a liter container, stainless steel. So I said, get up in the morning, put your water here. Okay, make sure by this time of the day, you finish it. After a week, she found a difference. And from there, she will not part without her water.
Okay.
That waist pain and tight calf was because of not enough hydration. I said, that's the first thing I know. If you do that and you still have those tightening and those pains, then we'll take it to the next step. But let's start by just trying to hydrate. And look at your concentration by just looking at your pee. What color can you see? And grandma started doing that. She was one of these people that was very, very, when you tell her, don't eat this, I wish I could be as disciplined as her. She would not eat it. Me, I don't even follow myself, my own order. And she did that, and we were all amazed what water can do. We know that it's one of the 7 doctors, 8 doctors, one of them is water, right? So thank you, last week, you were talking about showers, hot shower, cold shower, all this water. And I was thinking about my sister in Chicago in a cold shower. I said, good luck. But what I did yesterday, I tried that. Right after my hot shower, I opened the cold water. Oh my goodness. It dropped on my body. I could not wait to jump out of that shower. But it actually felt different. Today, I didn't do that, and I felt different. So maybe I should end with that cold 1-second shower every day. I'll try to make that a habit, but trust me, it's very tough. But cold water is good for your skin, that's true. But my goodness, you have to be used to it, especially your back. So water is light. So I see why Queen Debbie is water queen, right? Because she realized that water is important, it's light. So Queen JW, when you do the research on what tester is the best, let me know. All right. I know you're a research person. We have a researcher. I'm not going to do the same research with you. But I bought just a little tabletop, and I need to remember the name. It's supposed to what's the word? Your water. So I put my filter water through it. It filters and does its magic, and I drink it. It's room temperature. But if you know the best tester, let me know. Dr. Doris, thank you. And please pick up my number and send me your own number. I thought I got it, but I lost it. Thank you. Over to you, Queen Benny.
You're welcome.
All right. Thank you so much, Queen Dr. Pat. I mean, I know that you love to say a lot of things when it comes to this water stuff.
Yeah, I try to go holistic as much as I can, but I have to talk with Dr. Doris more. I'm a holistic person. I'll go. Let me tell you something. If my kids see me pop a pharmaceutical, they know this is serious. I don't do pharmaceutical until this means rescue. Don't get us wrong on this platform. At least Dr. Doris is a trained in that field. I believe there's a place for pharmaceutical. It has to be for acute things. Once you start using for chronic thing, then there's a problem. If you have to take a treatment year in, year out, means there's a problem. So that's why I try to look for alternative, holistic ways to do things. And I'm glad that we have somebody that is trained in that field that's going to educate us here too. And people that are passionate about it. Dr. Benny, I hear you. Trust me. Some days I take that steak. I say, steak, today you are vegetable because I have to get my steak once in a while. But I'm working to get less and less of that, okay? So I'm making progress. And I think I will get there. I just did a 10 days of Daniel fast. And I'm like, it was okay. But the moment I said, okay, let me stop it. And that steak tested, oh, sorry, I don't say. But it can be done. So Dr. Derry has preached that he's lived his life that way for years. We just have to find the right things that you eat so you don't feel like you're not living. That's the key, right? Find the right things that are the things that you eat that you enjoy so you don't feel like you're not living. Because this thing's supposed to be a lifetime change. A lot of us fail because we try to do it like a diet or something. It will not work, you'll fail. But if it's a lifetime change, means you're enjoying, you feel like you're living, and then it's doable. So we have to work towards finding those things, Dr. B. So and I'm there with you, okay? We all need assistance there. I like my fish eye too, but trust me, finding the right thing that will make us live in day out that way is the key. And that's what I'm working towards. It's not easy, but it's doable. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Queen Dr. Pat, for your input. We thank you for your love towards everything that you have done in this world. We appreciate you. Queen Sharon, could you please proceed? Unmute yourself. Thank you.
Hello again, everybody. First of all, Dr. Pat, Patience, I just want to say, Sister Patience, that I'm really, really sorry for your loss. And my condolence to you and your family. And let you know that our prayers are always with you. And have you ever went for a facial? When you go for a facial and after they wash your face.
Thank you, Queen for that. I really appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome. Sister Patient, have you ever went for a facial? And after you get your facial done and they clean your face and they wash your face, the last thing that they do before they put cream on your face, they put a cold cloth on your face. So what cold water does?
Queen Shadow, what is that? Sorry, what is that? What is a facial? I'm joking. No, I've never been to one. But I think I should start doing that, right?
Come on, Dr.
Well, you give yourself your own facial too. But basically, what the cold water does is it closes your pores, right? So hot water and the soap and all that opens up all your pores. So when you're taking a hot shower, which I love my hot showers, Then I turn it down. I don't turn it down to freezing cold. I turn it down cold enough that I can stand it, give myself a little woo-hoo, and then I'm out of there. And so it doesn't have to be freezing cold, just as long as it's cold enough to close your pores. That's
Got
my
you.
understanding on why.
Got
Yeah.
you, got you. That way you don't have the lotion get into your pores. Got you. Wow, it makes sense. Now I want to do that, right? See, you learn every day. Thank you, Queen Sharon.
You're welcome. And Sister Dr. Doris, thank you so much. What a great presentation. I love this, all this talk about water. You know, water is life, and people don't know enough about water, and people don't educate themselves on water. And there's a lot of questions behind it. And you know, like my mom used to say, you know, after if you forgot to flush the toilet and she went in behind you and your pee was yellow, 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 she'd be like, you need to drink some water. And Oprah Winfrey, yeah, Oprah Winfrey would say that your pee should be the color of 2 lemons. And that should be, so it should be like on the lighter side, is basically what she was saying. So my question to you, Sister Dr. Doris, is it true? Some signs of lack of water, headache. They say sometimes you take a pill for your headache, and some Advil, and you drink some water. A lot of the times it's the water that's taken away your headache, not the painkiller. And also pinched nerves and feet and leg cramps. Are those all signs of water, lack of water?
Come again. I don't understand your the second question.
My question is signs of lack of water.
Yes.
Pinched nerves, feet and leg cramps. My understanding that those are signs of water. Headaches.
Yeah.
That's correct, right? That's what I thought, that would be a sign of it, because I used to get these pinched nerves once in a blue moon and I couldn't understand why. And then someone said, well, I don't think you're drinking enough water. And so I thought I always drank enough water, but there are some times when I'm working so much and because of my type of my job, I can't always drink because then I got to pee and I always don't have a place to go pee. So I don't drink as much as I should be drinking when I'm at work. I drink a lot when I'm home. And when I'm home, I drink at least 2 bottles of this bottled water. It's spring water from Mountain Valley Spring Water. And I try to drink at least 2 of these. And Sister Debbie, you need to throw away those plastic water bottles. I mean, those plastic water bottles. Yeah, they're not bottles, but you know what I mean. You need to throw them away and get yourself some glass water bottles and start drinking that, because those, not only you're drinking the water, yes, you're getting water in you, but B, you're not sure what type of water you're drinking, and also the plastic is no good for you. So you want to try to stay away from plastic as much as possible. And also, Sister Doris, I'm told that, well, I heard that boiling tap water is worse for you than not boiling it. Is that true?
Actually, when you boil it, the hardness comes down, but the fluoride in it doesn't go away.
Right. Right, and it's worse for you, so you shouldn't drink that. And there's a new chemical, and I cannot remember. I was racking my brain trying to remember the chemical that they're putting in our water right now. And it also it doesn't matter what type of water you drink; it's in all of our water. I can't remember the name of the chemical, but it's like one of the most dangerous chemicals out there. So the best you can do is trying to find a good water that has the least amount of this dangerous chemical. Do you know what I'm talking about, Sister Doris? I can't remember the name of it. I just recently heard about it, like maybe about 3 weeks ago, a month ago. And I did a little bit of research on it to check the water that I drink to find out how much was in it, if there was any, and there is a very little amount.
All right.
Do you happen to know what I'm talking about?
The chemical that you add to the water,
No, there's a new chemical that they're adding to the water. It's really dangerous. It's like one of the most dangerous chemicals that they're putting into our water. And it's really bad. I can't remember the name. I was like racking my brain trying to remember. And
Actually,
like,
I'm new here and I've not researched into your drinking water here. I only brought one tester to test the ones that I'll be drinking for now. And I seen the difference and I got the best.
Queen Sharon, can I help you?
I
Sister
don't know
Doris
about
just
your
got here a couple
chemicals
of weeks
here.
ago, so
Yeah,
she's
I don't know.
adjusting from Ghana, the
Yeah,
water in Ghana and the water in Atlanta, where she just relocated a couple of weeks ago. So
yeah.
just give her some time to get used to that. I just, in case you didn't realize that, Sister Sharon.
okay.
And Dr. Derek, I see you are here. We'll be back to you. Yes, Dr. Derek, please proceed.
Thank you, Sister Doris. Thank you, Debbie, for allowing me to speak.
You're welcome, dear.
Over to you, Dr.
Wonderful,
Derek.
wonderful. Thank you very much. I still don't reach home yet. There was a big, major, 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 major accident on I-95. They block off the entire road, the entire highway, right across 6 lanes, going in one direction. Block it off up by Hollywood, Hollywood exit, Hollywood exit, which that is exit 20, exit, exit 19, 18, 19. I think is either 7, either exit 20 or exit 19. They block it off. The police is right across the entire highway going south. I'm telling you, it is terrible on the I-95. So anybody on the I-95 going south and you're going to pass Hollywood Boulevard, don't even try. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. I still don't reach home yet, unfortunately. Thank you very much, Queen Debbie and Queen First Lady Dr. Benny and Queen Jacqueline and everyone holding down the fort. Thank you very much, Queen Dr. Doris. Awesome presentation. I got a little of it. Awesome presentation, Queen Jacqueline. Really appreciate it and thumbs up everyone that is on the webinar. Really appreciate it. And Queen Lily and King Carlton, oh mercy, always present and correct. Thank you very much. All
And
right.
Mamadou
Um,
Jallo.
and Mamadou, oh, King Mamadou Jallo. All right. Oh, you look like you're not working. Oh, Ma- King Jallo, oh, you look like you're not working. What happened?
I am.
Then you look so relaxed. In the lounge, the nurse's
I
lounge.
am. Yeah, I'm taking my break.
Are you in the doctor's lounge?
Taking my break.
All right. I never know you could take break. Very good. Very good. I never know you could take break. All right, wonderful. Anyway, that is why we need a tester. That is why we need a tester to test the water. That's the only way you're going to know what water to drink, to consume. And yes, as a lot of people say that they're drinking 9, pH 9.5. Yes, it is good to shock the system with that and do that for about 2 or 3 weeks, right? But 7.5 is good. You don't want your pH to be more than 7.5. All right. And that is why it says pH balance. But it must be balanced more on the alkaline side than on the acidic side. Right? So you want it balanced more on the alkaline side than on the acidic side, right? So it must be balanced. All right. Um, so keep that in mind. And I know them they start to have digital testers that is easier to read. Yes, those color code thing that Dr. Doris is lifting up. A lot of people don't know to read all of that, and and buy all of those strips and so on, and it's a lot of money over time. So the best course of action now is your is digital testers, water testers. It tests alkalinity, it tests chlorine, it tests um, all sorts of things. It tests pH, it tests a lot of things. All right, acidity. It tests a lot of things at the same time. All right, so please get yourself a tester. Drink water. Please to drink water. Please to drink water. Water, water. All right, water is good. Stop drinking juice. First Lady Queen Dr. Benny, stop drinking juice. Juice is not water. Juice is the only juice you should drink is if you blend up your grape and your pineapple and oh yeah, me have some pineapple in my fridge. Right. Play pineapple drink.
Thank you.
Dr. Derek, you lost your speaker. Your speaker, Dr. Derek.
Yeah. He's anyway, he's muted, right?
I don't know what happened.
Yeah, he's muted.
Right? It is just coloring and sugar. So please to stop drinking juice. You're not doing yourself any justice. All right? If you get one takeaway from Queen Dr. Doris, anytime you're going to drink something, water. Go in your cabinet, go in your fridge, and just clear out all the juices and throw them in the garbage. Because that's where they need to be. In the garbage, not in your body. Raise your hand. Raise your hand who would put kerosene oil in the gas tank. Anyone, 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 anyone. No. Nobody put kerosene. Then why you don't put kerosene? The engine can manage it. All iron, Queen Dr. Doris is all iron. It can manage it, But we would never, ever put kerosene oil in our gas tank. So why are you putting kerosene oil in our body? Why? Because it tastes good. It tastes good. It tastes nice. Retrain your taste buds. Drink water. Drink water. Drink water. All right? If you want juice, get pineapple and chew it up and swallow. Lot of juice. Get melon, chew it up, swallow. I get some melon the other day, a big melon, and I just blend it. I don't ever put no water. I don't put nothing in there. I get some seeded melon and I blend it, cola, I cut it up and just blend it. And when you put that in the fridge and make it chill a little and drink it, you know what? Nothing better than that. That is your drink. All right? Lot of value, lot of benefits. Stop drinking juice from no matter how much them say 100% natural. Lie. Is lie. King Carlton is lie. Drink water. Thank you very much, Queen Dr. Doris. Really appreciate. I hope you're coming back next week for part 2.
All right. Thank you so much, King Dr. Derek. Please drive safely home. We appreciate you. We appreciate your support, and thank you so much for this amazing webinar. All right. Our handsome brother Mumudu, he says, thank you so much, Dr. Doris, for your outstanding presentation. Yes, indeed. Water is life. Therefore, water is very important for our life and health. So please, let's make sure we drink water regularly and frequently. Thank you so much, handsome brother. We appreciate you. And I know that you're supposed to be at work, but thank you for coming here. I just want everyone to understand that attending this deep dive, you guys are here, you guys are learning every day. I feel sorry for people who are not here. And again, even though sometimes I don't want to come because of Queen JW, she gets mad, and King Dr. Derek, even Queen Dr. Pat, because of what I drink or what I eat. But I know that when we start making the dollars, then I will follow you. Well, please, please. But when it comes to the water, drinking water with lemon is okay, right? Okay, thank you. Lemon and lime. I am trying not to drink the bottled water because I know King Dr. Derek keep emphasizing on me for the pH level 9.5. He doesn't want me to be drinking that. Thank you, Dr. Derek. Even though, but the natural water itself, the tap water, right? We should not drink that. Now you say we should not drink the water. How about the other type of water from
Drink.
From Costco? We should not drink it?
You have to know, you have to taste it before to be sure, because some of the sources at which they come from are so polluted. So you can't be sure unless you do the test. You see, if not, you drink some lemons. We have some other products like
maybe a little
like
something.
activated charcoal. Activated charcoal you can add to your drinking water. There's some this brag cider.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Just a teaspoon or half of a teaspoon into a full glass of water is good. It cleans the system too, remove toxins and acidity. So it's also good, apart from the lemon, brag vinegar, cider vinegar, apple cider, good. It's good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And
Thank
charcoal, charcoal, activated charcoal. It's very good. It removes poison and acids. So after drinking any other water, you can drink that after your meals to cleanse the toxins from your system. Yeah. There are so many things. We have not learned anything yet. This introduction will
We
come to all
appreciate
that.
it.
Yeah.
Yes.
To all that. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Queen JW, I heard you guys saying that water, that because I have a friend of mine who drinks cold water with ice every day. He said, well, they call me Dibeni, right? We should go. He likes to drink cold ice water every day. I told him to stop.
What?
Yes, please. He says it's much
The
better
cold
than my
weather.
own type of
He
water.
doesn't know better.
He doesn't know better. His heart can stop working at any time.
What?
The heart.
Yeah.
The heart can see cardiac
Hold on.
arrest at any time.
Oh my Lord.
Are you saying that?
Dangerous. Very dangerous to the heart.
No
especially.
ice
It can
water.
even have Coke. It's very dangerous.
Hmm.
Yes.
And it doesn't make you less thirsty. You still are thirsty. People put their bottles in the freezer and freeze that water and then drink the unfrozen water. That has cancer in it already.
Yes.
Mm.
Why is cancer so much in
I'm
this
telling you.
country? Every home have a cancer patient. Why?
Yep.
These are the things: the food, the water, the lifestyle. When I see
Yep.
some white people, their stomach big, their legs, they can't even move. What? The junk
Yes.
food is too much. Carbonated water is too much. Cancer, everybody you hear about, my sister is
It's
sick
cancer.
with cancer. So my auntie is sick with cancer. Cancer in this your country. Hi.
Well, are you
I'm
saying
telling you.
because of the water? I mean, with the ice
And
water.
the food, Dr. Benny, it's everything. That's why we try to tell if we have to stop.
Lifestyle, sedentary lifestyle. You sit down, watch television, no exercise, you eat, you drink drinks upon your food. The most dangerous habit is eating and drinking those
at the same time.
mineral soft drinks with the food. Very dangerous.
Queen JW. Sorry, Deer Park. Deer Park. Are you here in United States?
Yeah.
So I noticed that a lot of people like Deer Park, that water, the 16 ounce. So it's not good at all, right?
Well, we can't say, like Dr. Doris said, we got to use the tester. In New York, everybody drinks spring water. The majority of people in New York just drink one water, mountain spring water with the green label.
Really?
What? Yeah.
Yeah, at Atlanta, I saw about 6 already. I got 2. I tested the 2. One is better. The other one so acidic.
Oh my gosh. Like Aquafina, that's acidic.
Even the tap water is better than that bottled water.
Ivan is acidic. Fuji is acidic. Those waters was considered acidic for years. But I see Walmart selling Aquafina. When you go to events, they're giving you Aquafina. That's why you got to know what water you're drinking, because we are killing our own self. You might as well make our own death certificate.
Let me
Get
go
the
to
tester and check to know the right one that is good for you.
Gotta buy a tester. I can't say it more enough. Buy your tester to save yourself, because we're spending money on water that's acidic.
Okay, no problem. Let's go to King Kumaran.
Buying disease. We are not sick. We are buying disease. We are not sick.
It's true. We're buying disease.
Hey,
Couldn't have
this
said
is
it
a lot
better.
of King Kumaran.
Thank you,
Please
Dr.
proceed?
Benny.
Yes, please.
Thank you, Dr. Benny. A quick one. Great sharing, all JW and Dr. Doris. A quick one. When you're talking about the cancer, we have a person, badminton Olympic silver medalist. Okay, a very famous player. He got a nose cancer. But now he's recovered, and he was promoting branding for 100 plus, but now he stopped doing that. So I just want to add in. Thank you.
Amen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you,
For
King.
sharing that.
Yes, please. Thank you so much for coming, King Kumaran. We appreciate you, and thank you for your love within this our amazing webinar. King Handsome Brother Mumudu, could you please proceed?
Yes, Queen Dr. Benny. First of all, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you all. I just want to reiterate
about drinking water, because when you get sick, for example, where we are working, this cold water that you are talking about, they want us to give this resident 2 times per shift, cold water, ice water. So this is the time we have to prevent ourselves, because when you get sick, you are not going to be cured. You are going to be used to generate
Amen.
income for themselves.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, so this is the time we have to prevent ourselves. Because as right now, as I'm talking to you, they want us to be giving these people 2 times per 8-hour shift, ice
Oh,
water.
oh my God.
Ice water, yes. When you come, you have to pass ice water, and before you leave, you pass ice water, and then the next shift, same
The
thing.
same thing.
So, yes, there's a lot of ice water. Some of them, they can't talk.
Nope.
Some of them, they can, So, this is the time we have to prevent ourselves. That's the only thing I want to raise when you was talking about ice water.
Yeah. Ice water is no good.
Oh my God.
Your
And
heart
some
dry
people
dry.
get the water out of the fridge and plus they add water, ice to it. Freezing water. You can't even go and stand in freezing water. How can you drink it?
Too bad.
Because you don't care about your organs inside. You're forgetting how they feel.
What?
That's okay. We
Drinking
will continue next
water.
week.
You're
Warm
sure
water
right.
is even better.
Okay.
Warm
Yep.
water is even
Thank.
better than the
Oh,
cold chilled water.
wow. Thank
Yeah.
you. We will continue this next week, but let me hand it over to Queen Debbie. Thank you so much, Brother Mumudu. Oh, Queen Debbie, please, before you leave, before I hand it over to you, please let me just read one thing from Queen Rita. Thank you so much for this wonderful information. Thank you, Queen Dr. Doris and Queen JW. Have a good night's sleep. We appreciate you all. Queen
Thank
Debbie,
you.
proceed, please.
I'm clapping for everyone who made a comment tonight, everyone who showed up, whether you commented or not, and everyone who has been watching. And I saw Brother Carlton writing messages and welcoming Queen Sharon. And that's awesome. Queen Sharon probably did not see it. Brother Carlton is like the how do I put it?
Narrator.
His nonverbal communication, which is just there in action but not verbalized. And he speaks for all the men, including my co-singer, Brother Edgar, that I haven't seen in a long time. Brother Edgar, welcome. We'll see you during after party. But I want to appreciate the men who are here and who contribute, or they just contribute by showing up. That is
Yep.
awesome. Brother Kumaran, you're with us day and night. We were in the morning at Malaysia, Singapore, and we're here again. Thank you. I just want to acknowledge that. And most importantly, before I say anything, I want to appreciate our sister, Doris, who showed up, and we gave her the challenge. We said, oh, instead of you trying to comment for 20 minutes on this topic, why don't you just come and present? She picked the challenge, and she's going to be continuing here for the next couple of weeks during the month of November. Thank you, sis. Welcome. Atlanta is loving you, and you're looking great. So,
Amen.
amen. So I just want, before we close the YouTube channel, to ask for just a quick final thoughts for JW. Please, just a quick one. But if you you don't have any final thoughts, it's okay. We can move to our sister for her final thoughts, and then we pass it over to the next segment because we still have another segment to deal with for the night. Thank you. Oh, how come you're muted? All right. What happened? It's okay. Can you unmute now? Okay.
Okay, I'm on mute. You can hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Oh Lord, what's going on? Okay, here. Just remember that obedience is better than sacrifice. Our Heavenly Father is the giver and the taker of life. He did not create us to die, but to live and live an abundant life here on earth. He is in control, but we oversee our decisions and the consequences of the choices we make. This knowledge is what they do not want us to know about, which is the elimination of toxins that make us sick. These are just some of the lists of things that will help us in achieving our well-being and the right mindset. Then we will be overcomers and conquerors of all man-made disease in Jesus' blessed name. So thank you so much. Thank you, Dr. Doris. Thank you, brand ambassadors. Thank you, Queen Debbie, Dr. Benny, and Dr. Derek, and Ash Mafara for this amazing platform. Thank you for unpassing. Thank you. Have a beautiful evening.
Thank you, Queen JW. We wish you the same and look forward to seeing you over the weekend, maybe at Dream Team if your schedule permits. Yeah, but okay. My darling sister Doris, D for Doris, D for double D, and you have all the D's, and we are all D's in this family. The daddies and the mamas. Over to you, sis, for your final thought, please.
As we already said, that water is life, it's true. If somebody has fainted or eaten poison or something, they taking the person to the hospital, the first thing is to give him infusion, water, drip. So water is life. Moreover, the word of God said in 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 16 and 17, that our body is the temple of the Lord, of God. So anything that goes into our body should be holy because God is holy. If we defile the body, the temple of God will be accounted for, will be punished. So let's know what we are taking in that is holy, is pure. For our body, the temple of God, to be sustained. Thank you all so much. There's nothing you can compare with or substitute with water. There are foods that have water. We'll learn about all that. No drink, no carbonated drink can beat water. Water is life. Let's change our minds, change our testing, know how to test it, and know the good ones to take in so that we'll reduce all those diseases. We'll feel good within ourselves, be happy. When the apple started coming, we'll know the types of water to give to other people too, so that we'll live longer and enjoy it more. Thank you so much for accepting me. I'm privileged and I'm excited. God bless us all. Keep us safe. Always pray for our friend and CEO, Mr. Ash and family, the team, and every one of you. Our protocol is set. Thank you and good night.
Thank you too, sis. I want to take this opportunity to appreciate all our YouTube viewers and those who are here live with us and those who will be watching in the future. That this forum is here every Tuesday and Thursday, same time. And we have, on Mondays, we have Mindset Mondays with Queen Miriam Edwards. On Wednesdays, we have, and that one on Monday is 6 p.m. EDT. On Wednesdays, we have Julie Pierre, Empowering Humanity, at 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And on Thursdays, we have in the mornings, 9 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, Malaysia, Singapore. And in the evenings, of course, we come back here to Deep Dive. And every day at 1 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time is the show with Yvonne Mundi.
Yeah.
One Global Movement with Yvonne Mundi every day. She does it daily. So you're never short of webinars. And to king it all on weekends, especially on Sundays, we have the Dream Team at 12:45 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Dr. Benny is dancing to every single webinar because she's everywhere. She used to be everywhere with me. We used to tag along, but because of the nature of her job, she's only available on weekends, and Dream Team is the only place she can go, or weeknights, which is where we are now on Deep Dive. So without further ado, thank you all for being with us. We'll say goodbye for now for our YouTube viewers. We're starting the next segment of the webinar, which is after party. You can dance and stay for as long as you're able and shake out anyone who wants to lose a couple of pounds here and there. This is the right time, and have your drinking water so you can stay hydrated as you learned from our sister's presentation. And my singing brother Edgar, who's been missing in action, is here, and boy, he has a voice. So Queen Dr. Nadu and our brother Bishop, I saw Bishop earlier, they are going to take care of the next segment of our webinar. Thank you all, and over to you, Queen Nadu.